Hey guys, and welcome to yet another speed build. We are back and it is collab time. Wow, that was, yep, that's my level of singing. It's collab time. Today I am here with my Waddesdon Manor collab with Milja Maison. It's a very much long-awaited, probably not for you, but for me, a long-awaited collab with her. She is over on Tumblr, so I'm gonna link all of that good stuff down in the description box below. She is another fellow Felixander CC user, and I saw some of her posts over on Twitter, fell in love with them and commented, and as they say, the rest is history. So thank you so much for collabing with me. I really wanted to build Waddesdon Manor for a very long time, and I was like, I think I need to make this into collab, because doing the exterior and the interior of this will probably cause me death. Yeah, so I thought, let's make this into a collab, and she kindly said yes, she was going to do the interior. I went to go and visit Waddesdon Manor. Ooh, when was this? Either the end of July or... yeah, it was the end of July. And I took so many pictures. I think I must have taken like 250 pictures while I was there. It's an amazing building. Way bigger than it is shown here. I've had to shrink everything, squish everything in to try and fit onto a 64 by 64 lot. There is an entire wing of this house completely missing. I had to interpret this as best I could, given the lot sizes. Like a 128 by 128 lot would have been great. This house is just, it's one of the Rothschilds mansions. It's now, well, actually no, no, it isn't owned by the National Trust, or maybe it's in trust with them. But I'm a member of the National Trust, which is lots of protected houses over here in the UK are all on this register, and you get membership and you can go and visit as many of the houses as you want for free. So I went and visited Waddesdon Manor because, you know, it takes about an hour and a half, I think, to drive from where I am. I think it was about that, but it's super impressive. I got an audio guide and everything, went around the house, and it's absolutely awesome. I think I will make my board that has all of my photo references public over on Pinterest. So pinterest.com/hey Harrie, and you can find all the photos, well, not all of the photos, some of the photos I took of the real house, and it is just super impressive. When I saw the dining room, I was just like, jaw hit the floor, and yeah, it was kind of ridiculous. I've got to say, to think that someone could actually live in this place. Believe it or not, Waddesdon Manor was a little, country retreat for the Rothschilds. It was Ferdinand Rothschild. Oh my God, I'm remembering all these facts. Can't believe myself. Naughty terrible with this stuff. But yeah, he built the mansion, and it was literally just a little country retreat. Be honest, you could probably house several families in it, but so the Rothschilds, it was just a little country retreat, but it was absolutely amazing. Royalty has stayed here, statespeople. I know that I think Queen Victoria definitely stayed here, and also oh my God, Winston Churchill also stayed here. His room is the one that's over this portico here, right in the middle, as you can see I'm putting together. His bedroom was always there. It was nice and white and gorgeous. Queen Victoria's one, I think, was a pink one. I don't think I spotted that in the completed build. I don't think I looked for that one. But this house has 4 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, a lot of extra sitting rooms, libraries, music rooms, art rooms, all that good stuff. So I'm responsible for the outside. Milja Maison is responsible for the interior. She did an amazing job. So this is available on my gallery page if you want the full furnished thing. It's also available on Tumblr, on my Tumblr. It's also available on Milja Maison's Tumblr as well. So it's available in 3 different places just in case you need it. Of course, on my blog post I will have all of the links to the CC. It uses Felixander CC, it uses Peacemaker, and it also uses my own CC. So that's the trifecta that you have come to know on the channel. All 3 of us in this build. So yeah, I'm just so pleased that this is completed now and I can say that I've done it. A long time ago, I think one of the first builds I ever watched from Freezer Bunny was Waddesdon Manor, and I was just like, wow, in awe. And I think he did it when I think Get Together had just come out. But of course I had the help of Felix's CC. A lot of the elements. Oh God, I don't know what I was trying to say there. A lot of the elements are very similar to Sharon Castle, which of course we all know Felix has made a whole collection based on that CC because he's been building that castle forever. But yeah, they were identical because they're kind of like Renaissance castles in France. Very similar. They were just perfect for this build. So I was like, yep, don't even have to think about it. Don't really have to compromise. I can just build it as it is kind of in real life. The only thing is, of course, we don't have curved walls in the game yet. I say yet. I'm pretty sure that's probably never coming into The Sims 4. Hopefully, maybe some of these ongoing demands we always have are going to come into The Sims 5. But yeah, these sections here that I'm working on are actually completely curved, and there's a spiral staircase going up the center of it. Believe it or not, this was done before the stairs update, but I still don't think I would have been able to fit. I don't think stairs are still even possible in that now. Pretty sure they're not. Not with a diagonal. I think 3x3 is as small as you can go to go up a level and create your own spiral staircase, but that's like basically 2x2 in there with the diagonals. So yeah, also it had like these spiral balustrades going up the side, so I kind of try and recreate that by using these get together balustrades and kind of stepping them up. But yeah, it's just a whole lot of detailing. I have still had to cut out a lot of footage in this because I didn't want to make it too long. Heads up, there is an epically long fly through at the end, so if you can't watch all of the video, there is an epic fly through at the very end of this. It does include the interior as well, so exterior and interior fly through. Haven't actually edited it yet. Edited it? Yeah, that's a word. I haven't edited the footage yet, but I know it's going to be epic because how can you not make an epic fly through of such a huge impressive build? If I failed at that, I'd have to hand in my, I don't know, YouTuber's license or something. So no, my Sims builder's license, not YouTuber to Sims builder's license. I'd have to hand it in if I mucked up the fly through on that. But yeah, still on the front, I made sure when doing this, I kind of did the front facade because I thought it was kind of a little bit more important to get that fully working. Believe it or not, this house is not actually a really deep house. It's quite a shallow depth. You go into like the kind of main entrance, a kind of foyer bit, and then there's one kind of sitting room right in front of you, and then it's straight into garden. So it's very shallow depth of house, but it kind of spans a very wide. And if you're a builder yourself, you know, in The Sims 4, wide houses are kind of near impossible to get a good photo of because they just kind of don't look too attractive in the photos. So you'll see some artful like thumbnail. I think I'm gonna like cut off part of the build to make the thumbnail look good. Still haven't done that yet, doing this voiceover. But yeah, wide builds, just a heads up if you're like, why does this build not look good? It's probably because it's wide. Believe it or not, there's normally in this little recess here that I'm doing, there's meant to be 3 windows, but because of course size limitations, we've had to only do 2 windows and bring everything in. I cut out all that huge process of me getting rid of a set of windows at the front. Of course this time we've worked out all the proportions because we've already done the front, and copy and pasting windows and stuff was very, very helpful with the amount of trims that are on this. I can run this lot absolutely perfectly fine myself in my game. I do have a very good graphics card, but I can run this. I did a fly through, silky smooth fly through in live mode. I never can decide what I'm going to call it. Live mode. Yeah, I did a full fly through, which really does test your graphics card. Also with reshade on, so that's another test. And fully furnished, I did a fly through. So I normally say if my computer can handle doing all of those things plus recording on top of it, you should be okay if you've got a fairly decent graphics card running this, because yeah, I pushed mine to the limit with such a big build, and so your graphics card should be okay with it, hopefully. But yeah, I know I would love, by the way, to see any screenshots of anyone using this build. I love to see screenshots of people using the build. Quite a few people normally tag me on Tumblr. You can do it on Tumblr, or you can do it on Twitter. But yeah, I'm so happy this is finally gonna be released to you guys. So a quick note, almost forgot. Yesterday on the channel we hit 15k subscribers, so thank you. Welcome new people that just came along, because the last video that went up, Canyon Mansion, has gone very well apparently as well, very well received, and it's brought a lot of new people to the channel. So yep, it's another crazy build for the next one. Canyon Mansion, I feel like Canyon Mansion took me like maybe 9 hours to do, which is kind of long for such a build. I swear I would normally get that done in maybe 6 hours. So I don't know why it took so long. Maybe it's just because I was having a fun time, so I wasn't rushing through the exterior or anything like that. But yeah, I then move on to this one, which is like however many times the size. That was a 30 by 40 lot. This is 64 by 64 in Windenburg. The countryside is just perfect for so many builds. This build in real life is in the middle of acres and acres and acres of land. It's just like a full-on country park around it, so it just fits perfectly here in Windenburg. I wish we had more 64 by 64 lots in other worlds personally as well. Is there a 60? There isn't a 64 by 64 in Sulani. No, I think is it 50 by 50? I think it's 50 by 50 is the biggest one. I'm just waiting for that university expansion pack, and please have a 64 by 64. Like, I'm like praying so hard for university to be the next expansion pack. I can't think of what other expansion pack they would do instead of university, to be quite honest. I don't know, maybe my mind's going blank here. Does anyone remember any other expansion pack that they're kind of expecting? I don't think I'm expecting Into the Future. That was the only other one I can think of off the top of my head. I'm not expecting that, so yeah, hopefully there is would love to know what other expansion pack you guys would like So full-on expansion pack, not a game pack, not a stuff pack. What other expansion pack would you like to see in the game that basically hasn't been done before? Because I think after university, we're like, what else is there possible, you know? But I don't know. What would I like to see? We kind of had a Generations one with parenthood and stuff. I really don't have a clue. I'm gonna have to think on that one. Anyway, leave what you would like in the game down below. I just love to know. I'm just curious. Doesn't mean I'm gonna be able to make it happen. It just means I'm really curious what you guys would actually want in the game. But yeah, so I'm now currently back to this build. Oh god, no, not back to this build. Sorry, I'm doing the conservatory. Yep. Carry on watching. You can see my struggle with the roof here. Yeah, I was saying we hit 15k here on the channel. Back when I hit 10k earlier in the year, I said I was going to launch a build challenge. And then I was like, I'll do it at 11. Then I was like, I'll do it at 12. And then I finally said to myself, I'm going to do it at 15. Let's make it a nice big number. So 15k has come. Build challenge will be here next week. It's going to be... I think I've got it finalised in my head. I'd love to get some game codes and everything to give away to winners. I think I'm at least trying to have 2 winners of the build challenge. I'm just trying to just kind of finalise all of the little tiny details in my head, but hopefully that will be next week. The total renovation of Glimmerbrook is already onto the second lot after Canyon Mansion. So look out for sneaky little peeks of that on the community tab. I'll be teasing that one in a couple of days. Hopefully that should be out next week along with the build challenge. I have to say, also definitely be doing a little sneaky peek on Twitter. I actually prefer to do sneak peeks, believe it or not, on Twitter because I can do screenshots straight into Twitter. Whereas on YouTube now, they've decided that the community tab needs to be square, kind of like Instagram. Actually, not even Instagram is square anymore. You can do whatever shape you like on Instagram and it still works. But for some reason here on YouTube, they decided that community tab, you have to do square images. And lots of my images just don't look good square. So I do prefer to do them on Twitter. And also here on YouTube, you can only do 1 image. You can't do a gallery of images for sneak peeks. And normally on Twitter, I do a couple of images for a sneak peek. So yeah, head over there if you want to get exclusive sneak peeks a bit more than you see here. My handle is hey_Harrie over on Twitter. But yeah, hopefully I should have that next build finished probably tomorrow. Not too sure, but I'm going to try and space the builds out and not have like too many coming out at once and then a massive gap for when the next one is. But yeah, I have lots and lots of ideas ready for Glimmerbrook. Hopefully I'll be doing some CC free builds for that as well as part of a little collab I'm going to be doing with Irrelevant Sims and Just Teej. We'll be renovating all of Glimmerbrook CC free. So that's another version of Glimmerbrook you can get, but I'll when I manage to finish Glimmerbrook using CC, I'm going to release that as a save along with all of the other lots that I've already done as part of my complete world renovation. I kind of flit all over the place. There is of course a few too many 64 by 64s to even fit into my world save, so I'm not too sure which 64 by 64 lot I'm going to put on the lots in Windenburg. I'm not too sure, but yeah, I'll be kind of continuously updating that and releasing it as each world becomes more full or after I finish a complete neighborhood or something like that. But yeah, before I forget, that's on screen right now, this is my favorite part of the whole build, the fact that I use those bulbous bushes to do this lattice pattern on this tower. This tower is completely decorative. You could put a room inside it. There is actually a room inside it, I think. You could put walls there, but the kind of lighting goes a bit crazy. It makes the walls dark. But yeah, in the real build, they do have that lattice pattern. Of course, a little bit smaller, I've got to say, and a bit more delicate and accurate. But it's like perfect diamond lattice hedge growing up the side of the tower that's there. And it looks stunning. There will be there's photos of that up on Pinterest as well. But I'm totally in love with this build. It's way over the top. It's more than anyone could possibly ever need, but I kind of appreciate it, even though it would not be the way that I choose to live my life. Even if I had all the money in the world, I would no. That way I would not be in such a ostentatious place. But I really do appreciate it. I appreciate all kind of different styles. Oh wow, that was great landscaping. That was very quick landscaping. But yeah, we're on to another favourite part of my exterior, which has to be the fountain that is in this place. I was like, if anything, this fountain needs to be like as close as I can get to real life. Of course, I couldn't. It had like horses in the fountain, galloping horses, and we don't have anything like that in the game. But I think I did pretty well with this fountain from Get Together, this one, and putting lots of Felix's statues into the water as well. You'll see in a second. Of course, that little bit extra, even more water fountains with these base game fishes. I think they're base game, aren't they? More and more and more water features all the way around. I'm just really happy with the way this turned out. I'm not too sure if I show it doing this because I think I put it in later, but I do also put like an angel in the middle of the fountain as well, so it's like even extra. You'll see that in the fly through. And yeah, there's screenshots as well included on the Tumblr post, so you can see all the details, and you'll also be able to see the floor plan if you're interested in that. That will be in the Tumblr post as well. So yeah, we're just motoring along. I've managed to keep most of the landscaping in this, and I try to keep it as true to the real thing as possible. They had this amazing like succulent planted bed. It was amazing. Didn't manage to put that in, but I've got to say, I was just like, why can't this not be a little bit bigger? Yep, I was having one of those moments when I was trying to do this. This is probably one of my favorite tricks that I do. I think I did this on Hogsmeade Manor house, putting these bulbous bushes on top of themselves. I've done this but tiny on my latest build that you've yet to see yet as well, actually. So yeah, once I like something, I just keep on doing it. What can I say? There's little kind of signature things you'll see in my builds. Normally candles. I didn't do any candles in this because I didn't do the interior. I do normally do candles on the exterior, but I kind of kept it true to what it looks like in real life, and just put some tables out there. That's what they just had, tables and chairs for just people just to sit down. And yeah, me battling with terrain tools. I really wish I could do, I don't know, a little bit smoother, but I kind of had to cover up this side bit here. There was lots and lots and lots of tropical plants in the estate on the grounds of the real build, so I wanted to make sure that was the case in this. A lot more artfully done. There was like sections of planting within lawns and grass, but the lot is just not big enough for me to do this. And this one is my equivalent of doing a parterre. That's just a fancy way of saying a decorative planted bed. I did notice the real things in real life, they actually are like a mound of dirt, so that they're all kind of the same height flowers, but you can see them all because they're a mound. And I was gonna do this as like raised terrain, but I just realized this was way too delicate of a pattern to try and attempt to do something like that. So I'm just mapping out here exactly where I want the flowers to be with dirt. I always tend to map out where I'm gonna put plants with dirt, because I can kind of get a finished shape and that looks semi-decent. So I know that when I go to start putting flowers in, the end result's going to be what I want it to be. Well, I say this is not always the case, but that's why I attempted. And then in this one, I am going to do all of this, and then I'm going to copy and paste it over to the right hand side, which I'm so thankful that I did. So I didn't have to try and make them both look the same, because you can never make these look the same. It's just impossible. If you can, congrats on that, but I am never going to be able to make these two look the same. Yep, so I didn't even try. I just went with it. Did I just cover all this up? Oh my god. Oh yeah, all this bit is gravel, which it really was a shame to cover up the grass, but I wanted to kind of leave it there for a little bit, but I kind of missed this. It is gravel all the way around these flower beds in real life. Actually, I'm looking at it now and I'm kind of wishing I had just left the grass. I'm not gonna lie. But we got more flowers to put here. Those are probably what work your graphics card the hardest, are probably the flowers, believe it or not. So yeah, if you are on a lower spec computer and you're having trouble, I would say delete the flowers, to be quite honest. There's a lot of them. They have a lot of rendering issues, like I'm zoomed out and the lower level of detail appears. But anyway, fly through. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back very soon, and make sure you go over to Milja Maison over on Tumblr and show her some love. Thank you guys. Bye.